Hello. This is Team DeepFin. We are building a new lending product by tokenizing post-dated payments. This has the potential to unlock about $300 billion of cash flow locked in large supply chains using deep tier financing and ease the financing issues faced by small and medium enterprises. So to quickly explain deep tier financing, I will explain reverse factoring. Whenever any supplier works with a large corporate, the payment is generally done 60 to 120 days after. To enable supplier get instant payment, the supplier and the big company can go to the lender. The lender charges some interest rate which is lower than what the supplier would have paid since the big company agrees to pay back the bank. Thus, it is a win-win for all three parties. Deep tier financing is an extension of this solution in which using the invoice of the large corporate, a supplier can take loan with who is down the chain. This is done using cash flows which are linked with each other, and the repayment is done by the large corporate. This has a high cost because of large amount of analysis and low return since the loan size is smaller. Hence, this is an underserved industry with about 400 million such SMEs who are having to pay high financing cost. Our solution is using fungible tokens to convert these invoices into fungible tokens which are directly minted to the supplier. Once these cash flow tokens are minted, they can be used as cash along the supply chain, which can be either redeemed against $1 after the repayment is done by the large company, or they can be used to borrow from the platform using our AAVE credit delegation lending pools. Now I will quickly go to the demo to show you what we have built. All these contracts have been deployed to Polygon testnet. This is the supplier screen where he can select the anchor, the payment date. They can upload the invoice, which is uploaded to Slate, and they can set the invoice amount, which in this case is 154.06. Then they can submit this transaction. Over here, they can see the dollar amount as well as ETH amount, which is derived using price consumer contract of Chainlink. And then they can finally submit the transaction. After this transaction is submitted, this transaction goes to the multisig wallet of that particular anchor and those which we can see in the approval screen. So this approval screen has three tabs: pending, approved, and rejected. As you can see, this 154.06 invoice amount is visible over here. In the anchor can either approve or deny this particular invoice. Once that invoice is approved, it goes to the approved screen, and at any point anchor can view the invoice using Slate. And once rejected, it goes to the rejected screen. The anchor can use USDC or USD to repay for the invoice. And once an invoice is approved, tokens are minted to the supplier's account directly, which are visible on our home screen. These tokens are implemented using ERC-1155 structure, and the supplier can either borrow against these tokens if they are not repaid, on which some interest is charged, and using credit delegation model from AAVE, some credit is delegated, and then they can borrow from AAVE. We can use redeem to once the invoice is repaid, we can redeem the balance in USDC, or we can transfer these cash flow tokens to another supplier or someone else. So this is our whole invoice, supplier and anchor workflow. Now let's go to the deposit screen. Here all the pools of each anchor are visible. So this is the pool for Amazon, which is in USDC. This is the AAVE rate, which is derived from AAVE subgraph, and this is our interest rate derived from AAVE rate, which is slightly higher. This is the place where your interest earned is shown, and here you can add an amount to deposit some USDC and withdraw. So I will quickly deposit 10,000 USDC to this pool. This is the approval part. And once this USDC is approved, then the contract can pull these USDCs which are deposited to AAVE, and a super token stream is started using Superfluid. Some more details are available on our GitHub repo in our README file with our exact implementation and the sponsor technology that we have used. Thank you.